So we're not doing this. Hey, Rockwell?
Yes.
Okay, listen. Okay, everybody that was, the show started at 3:30. I'm sorry, you guys. I was running late, and I was actually supposed to go get Rockwell, and it was my bad. So I didn't get to bring him into the studio. However, he was kind enough to go ahead and call in so that we could do the interview over the phone. And Rockwell, thank you so much for doing that.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And we're going to lunch afterwards anyway, so I'll make it up to him. Anyway, Rockwell is a lovely person, and the whole Gordy family is good friends of mine. His brother Kerry and LMFAO and everybody and the dad. So I'm excited that he's calling in right now. And Rockwell, your song. And Jeffrey Henderson is co-hosting with me today. Everybody in the LRT world.
Right.
Apology for starting late.
Hey, how you doing?
All right.
I gotta tell you, this is hysterical. I was voice texting Rockwell the number to call in. Somebody cut me off, and I called them a name.
Yeah.
So Rockwell calls me and goes, "Hey, why'd you call me a blank blank?"
A name.
And I said, "What?" And I said, "Oh, it picked up the dang voice, my voice calling a name. So you gotta watch those things." Only me. Anyway.
What was that all about?
I know. Rockwell thought, "Oh my God, why did you call me?" I said, "No, I didn't call you that. It was the guy that cut me off." Anyway, so Rockwell, some cool things about your song, and I know everybody knows the song.
I forgive you anyway. So,
Yeah. So, the song, Somebody's Watching Me, right?
Yes.
And you were telling me that Hallmark is coming out with an owl, right, for Halloween?
Yes, Hallmark just put out an owl called the Who's Watching Me Singing Owl.
That is hysterical. I love it.
It's a nationwide product that's out right now in stores and online. You can get it. So I was very happy with that.
Yeah, that is so cute.
Some of the lyrics are a little different, but the music is the same.
Right. What's so funny is your song has such longevity. It's been.
Well, pick one up. No.
You know what I mean? Well,
yeah.
I mean, your song. Some people might say, "Oh, it's a one-hit wonder," but your song has been used in a million things. It's like #2 at Halloween. It's got legs. It's longevity on that song. I mean, it's in commercials, movies, cartoons. I looked it up on YouTube, and he has several videos up with billions of hits. So this is kind of one of those songs that just sticks with everybody,
Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, Rockwell, I wanted to kind of talk about a little bit
I'm really
about.
grateful for that. I thank all the fans, and I thank all the people that have really gotten into Somebody's Watching Me, and keep it alive today. And
do you want me to sing it for you?
We're living in that kind of world right now where it seems like everybody's watching you. So,
you know what? Your brother just texted me.
It applies to our society right now.
Yeah, it sure does.
Yeah.
Hey, Rockwell, Kerry just texted me, and he wanted to call in, but he can't because he thinks you're here with me, but you're not. But you are via phone. Anyway, anyhow.
Kerry, okay.
No, it's okay. I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. Well, listen, I wanted to talk about the song. Your song that's lasted throughout a couple decades here now. You had Michael Jackson on the hook, right? I don't think too many people.
Yeah, me and Michael, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think too many people got Michael to do a hook on any of their songs. Do you? Or I think you might be the only one.
Yeah. Well.
I don't know of any other songs that
Michael's worked with other people too, of course. But. Yeah, I mean, basically, I wrote the song, and I loved it. I thought it was really great, and I got a lot of great response. And we had a songwriters meeting at Motown called Penthouse Writers, and Benny Medina, who managed J-Lo, and
I know
a lot of other people, and Kerry.
Right.
They put together this songwriters meeting, and so we all listened to everybody's songs and music and stuff, and then everybody really loved it, and so we were going to go with it. So what we did but I just thought, you know, hey, let me take it up to Mike's and see what he thinks about it, and see what they think about it. And I mean, I just went there just to see them, and they asked me what I was working on, and I played it for them.
Right.
And they made me play it like constant. I mean, several times, over and over and over again. And kept calling everybody down to come and listen to it because it was the house from Havenhurst, and everybody was there. And you know, his mother came down, and Janet and Randy and Jermaine were there, and Reby and.
Well,
and
you
everybody
guys,
just, you know,
you guys
Michael
grew up
saying,
with
hey,
the Jacksons.
You got to hear this. This is great. This is wonderful. You got to hear this. And
Kid Rock was on a roll. Go ahead.
Just kept coming down, and then I played it over and over again. And then he said, after I played it like 10 times, he said, so what? And I performed it for them. He said, so who are you going to get to sing backup vocals or? On the song, and I said, well, why don't you do it? And he said, maybe I will. And so, you know, pretty much after that, you know, the rest is history. I mean, after that, you know, we basically just set up some studio time, and we got together and we did it. We worked on it, and we just put everything together. Where I worked with Curtis Anthony Nolan and Arnie Frager, and we did it at a small studio in Hollywood. So
very cool.
But it came out really great. It was just, you know, there was just magic there, you know, and you know, I just. You know, it was a spiritual thing because, you know, I had been writing a lot of music, and I didn't really like what I was writing, and then, you know, I just finally I just prayed about it, and I said, you know, give me the creativity, God, to write a song that'll go to the top of the charts and tickle the taste bud of the music connoisseur. And
it did. It hit UK, and it went gold. It went gold in the US. I mean, you did really good with it.
Yeah, and you know, it's just, you know, the success of it has been incredible all over the world. So,
and it just continues to be successful. Let me just stop you for a moment because I find it very interesting on your name. So Rockwell, okay, we all and so the audience, you know, is the son of Motown founder and CEO Berry Gordy and Margaret Norton. So your father named you Kennedy William Gordy after John F. Kennedy and William Smokey Robinson, correct?
That's correct.
And I think that's so cool. And then you came up with Rockwell because you believed you what?
Because I believe I rock well.
There you go. So I don't know if people know that. I think that's kind of cool too. And I know that, you know, going back to Michael Jackson, that must have been, you know, because you guys grew up with like family friends. You guys kind of, the Gordys and the Jacksons were friends as well as, you know, doing work together.
Yeah, we practically grew up together. I mean, they, you know, the Jacksons would come over, and you know, you know, my dad worked with them, and Suzanne DePass, and what happened was that they, on weekends and holidays or whatever, we'd get together, and then they would come up to the house. There was a house that we had over in Hollywood Hills on Curzon Road, and they used to come up and play basketball. We'd play basketball over there, and I was a little. Me and Mike were a little younger.
Right.
Mike is about, I don't know, 5 years older than me, but everybody played basketball and picnics and stuff, and we had a BG's top 10 baseball. Berry Gordy's top 10. There was a baseball team, and we played against the Jacksons.
Very cool.
And, there's pictures you might be able to find on the internet, but
that's such a cool thing. I mean, how many people can say that they, played with the Jacksons, or that they came to their house? I mean, that's pretty awesome. Or that their dad's Berry Gordy. That's pretty awesome too, right? I mean, you come from a history of iconic people. You know what I mean? So again, thank you so much for doing this. And I want to ask you a couple questions. What do you think about the whole Marvin Gaye family being sued by Robin Thicke for blurred lines? What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, I feel that I understand. I think I kind of understand where Marvin is coming from, little Marvin III.
Right.
But I mean, I think it's. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I like to. I think it's good that the music is being used, and I mean, but I mean, as long as everybody gets their fair percentage of the song, and what they're owed for it being used,
right.
the music being used, then I think it's okay. But I just I would the legacy of Marvin Gaye is really incredible. I mean what he's done, what Marvin has accomplished in his music career and everything, I think is incredible, and I like to see it the music perpetuated, and but as long as everything is on the up and up and above board, and everything is done properly, I don't see where there should be a problem. But I think it's just kind of it's kind of sad that that there's a conflict there.
Well,
but,
yeah, because I mean,
I hope it can be resolved.
Absolutely. You know why? Because here's the thing. I know Eric Sermon did a song. And had a Marvin Gaye actual vocal and sample in there for a movie with Danny DeVito. I can't remember the name of the song, and I can't remember the name of the movie, but I remember it. But Robin Thicke's a professional. You would think that all he would have to do. I mean, I was at a hookah lounge, and I don't do hookah, but I was at this place, and I heard the song, and I didn't even know it was out, and I'm like, that sounds like Got to Give It Up by Marvin Gaye. And I thought, so I mean, if he knows that, it's Marvin Gaye. It's not like Joe Blow down the street. It's like, come on. You don't just use a sample and think nobody's going to figure that out.
Right.
So I'm a little disappointed in Robin Thicke, actually. Aren't you, Jeffrey?
Yes,
I mean, it's like, wait
that
a minute. You're a professional. Why would you do that?
That was
That's how I feel about it, too. I'm a little disappointed as well.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think that
they would have let him do it. It was a phone call.
It's got to be. They have to work it out. I mean, you can't just use things like that. And,
it's not right, especially to Marvin Gaye. Can't say nothing bad about Marvin Gaye.
The writer or the publisher needs to be paid for that.
Absolutely. Well, I mean,
it's like if when somebody uses
your song
or something like that.
Your song's everywhere.
It's got to all be worked out. So
right.
Everything is handled properly.
I mean, it's just like with your